So at the second time of asking, we are cleanly away. Charles Wheeler getting a far worse start there. He's right at the back, having been well ahead at the first one. I believe that's Jack Gumm of Brighton Phoenix, the Welsh indoor champion, who sits in behind the pacemaker. Henry McLuckie, it is, who moves his way into second at the moment. Set his personal best at one of the regional British minors clubs in Tooting. Did Henry McLuckie, and he's looking strong, sitting on the shoulder there of Jack Gumm. Moves ahead now to sit in behind the pacemaker. We do also have Jack Higgins in the field. You can see him there in the white strip with 3 blue stripes. He's right up near the front. Now, he's a very strong 800-metre runner. You might recall way back in February, he beat Guy Learmonth at the British Championships indoor to take the title. A big shock. I remember being in the mix zone, and there was a bit of a buzz around after that result. It was a big shock for him to take the title, but he's going over 1,500 metres here in our British Minors Club 800, in our British Minors Club A race, as McLuckie continues his way around, following the pacemaker closely. He's joined there by the full train, who seem to have caught up somewhat, but the pace really showing as the field spreads out. James McMurray, it is, there in second place. Now, he doesn't live too far from here. It's a St Albans athlete just up the road, and he tries to move up the inside now of Henry McLuckie, the under-23. Just forces him to run slightly further as they both pass the pacemaker. So a clear signal of intent from the athletes. They want this race to be fast, and those two start to separate from the rest of the field. James McMurray in the front, Henry McLuckie there in second. It's Jack Gumm who's trying to close the back. Jack Higgins sat in behind him, but there's some really good athletes who are slightly off the pace here. Miell-Ingram there is in 7th position now. He raced for Great Britain over the cross-country course. I mentioned earlier Joseph Tuffin, who set his personal best in Brussels, which shows the talent we have. I believe that was an IFAM meet. He's trying to move up into 3rd place. Also in that second group is the number 600, who's a late entrant. And Joseph Tuffin has worked really hard there to try and bridge that gap. It's still James McMurray on the front as the bell sounds, though. Henry McLuckie ominously positioned in second. He moves up right onto the shoulder now. I'm sure his presence can be felt strongly by James McMurray. So, 300 to go. It's 3 athletes on the front. Joseph Tuffin has ran superbly to bridge that gap. Henry McLuckie now has to make his move. James McMurray moves his way back into 3rd place as Tuffin moves through. McLuckie first, Tuffin second, McMurray in 3rd with 200 metres to go. Now James McMurray distanced somewhat, but Henry McLuckie is being challenged by Joseph Tuffin. This would be phenomenal if Tuffin could get round him in the home straight, having been so far back at the bell. McLuckie leads into the straight. Tuffin really starting to feel that effort. You can see it on his face. His mouth opens and closes as he breathes. But Henry McLuckie looks imperious. 6th place at the UK Championship. PB at a BMC in Tooting. He's going to win here in Watford in the BMC Gold Standard 1,500 metre A race. 3:38.33. Now that is rapid. His best 3:36.36. But the way he ran it, sitting in second, moving up to first, leading early on behind the pacemaker. That is simply phenomenal. 3:38.33. Henry McLuckie takes the win. But what a bold run from Joseph Tuffin. He was way back at the start in that chasing group, worked his way through the field into 3rd place. He made a move around James McMurray, who hung in there until the final 200 metres. And he really did put the challenge down to Henry McLuckie. But McLuckie just had that extra gear to take the win in 3:38. And here you can see how hard Tuffin was working. Henry McLuckie out front. There's a bit of a grimace on his own face. But look at the picture you can see from Tuffin there. He's working so hard to try and stay in contention. Can't quite make his way past. As McLuckie crosses the line to take it. 3:38.33. Joseph Tuffin takes second.